Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I did film this whole makeup look. I did the brows, the eyes, the face, everything, because I am doing like a full face of only using affordable drugstore products. So I really hope you guys enjoy this look. I want to show you guys that even though you're buying stuff from the drugstore, you guys can still make it look good. I wanted to show you guys the best stuff that is out there. No, there's a lot of stuff at the drugstore that just don't work, and there's stuff that really work, and I just wanted to show you guys some of the things that work for me. Maybe you guys can go out and try them just in the case you guys are on a budget, because I know every once in a while we do like to buy, expensive stuff, but we also like to save our money and go out to the drugstore and buy some good makeup products. So I really hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. You don't want to miss any of my future videos. But with that being said, you guys, if you guys would like to know how I got this makeup look, then of course just keep on watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off by priming my face real quick. I like to use this Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist. As you guys can see, mine is almost gone, but I do have a backup. Before I even start with like my whole makeup, like even my brows, I like to spray this on my face just so that it can really set into my skin. And then over top of that, I like to go in with this Hard Candy Share and Be Hydra Prime Primer Lotion. It moisturizes, primes, and perfects. And I really like this one because it like really hydrates my skin. Once that is on there, I like to move on to my brows. So today I'm going to be taking my e.l.f. pomade. This is liner and brow cream, so I guess you can also use it as eyeliner. I only use it as brow because I don't know, I just feel weird using it as a liner. But if you guys have not tried this works really good for the brows. Once my brows are on, I like to go in with concealer. Today I'm going to be taking this Maybelline Age Rewind, and I like to go in there with a small brush, the concealer, and I just apply it right here because I also like to use it as primer. And then going with a small brush, I really like to go in there and really carve out my brows. So just like that, and then I do like to set it with like some powder. I typically just use my loose powder. And now we are ready for eyeshadow. So I brought out all of my drugstore palettes. I have more over there, but I just brought out the ones that I really haven't used in a while. So we're just gonna go in with a few of these and see what we come up with. I am going to go in first with the Makeup Revolution one just because it has like the transition colors that I'm more into. So I'm going to take this one over here, this light brown, with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that as my transition color. So next, with the same eyeshadow palette, I'm going to take this color right here. It's like a brick colored eyeshadow, like a orangey red brown. And I'm going to take that onto my outer part of my eye and also my inner corners, because I'm going to do like a halo eye, I think. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this eye look, but we'll just see what I come up with. Alright, so next I'm going to go into this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to grab this like plum burgundy color. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with the other eyeshadows. So just on the outer corner and my inner corner. And then of course just connect them in the crease. So I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend out this harsh line that I have right here just before I go in and add more shadows, because you always want to make sure you keep blending every time you add more shadows, because if you don't blend and you keep adding shadows, it's going to be super hard to blend out the harsh line. So just blend as much as you can before adding any more shadows. Alright, so I'm going to leave the eyeshadows how it looks right now, and I'm going to go in and add my shadow in the center. So for that, I'm going to take this other Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to go in with this color down here. This one, as you guys can see, it has like a lot of different tones in there. You can see like blue, but like red and brown in there. So I'm going to go ahead and take that onto the center of my eyelid. So to intensify the color just a bit more, I'm going to go ahead and wet my brush just a little and then dip it back into the same eyeshadow. So now going back into this Wet n Wild palette, we're going to grab the same color that we applied on the outer corner and the inner corners, and just go ahead and reapply that so you can blend out the colors so that they don't look so harsh. So I'm going to leave off the eyeshadows right now. I'm going to move on to eyeliner real quick, and then later on, once I have like my liner on, and if I feel like I need more eyeshadow, I'll do that. But I like to take my Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Liner. Of course you guys know because I use this in every video. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the wing liner. If you feel like your winged eyeliner could be a bit more pointy, what I like to do is just take the same brush that I used to clean up my brows, and with whatever left concealer's on there, just go in there and clean it up. So moving on to mascara, I'm using this L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Mascara. Now we're going to leave off the eyes for right now, and then we're going to move on to the face. So as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I already primed my face. So we're going to move on to foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to take these two. These are the L'Oreal that have the Pro Glow and the Pro Matte, and I really like to mix these two together. The coverage of these two mixed together is just awesome. So if you guys have not tried mixing these together, if you guys have not tried these in general, what are you waiting for? Go out and buy these. These are seriously one of my favorites from the drugstore. So I just mix them on the back of my hand. Just dot it all over my face. And then I like to use my sponge to blend my foundation in. This is the Eco Tools one. You can find this at the drugstore. but then you guys can also use the Real Techniques one. I like both of them the same. They're really, really good. So if you guys are looking for a good affordable sponge, try one of these. You guys will love them. And of course, my sponge is damp. You always want to make sure that it's damp when you are applying your foundation. Next for concealer, I'm taking this Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. It's the same one that I use to clean up my brows. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that underneath my eyes. And a little bit on the forehead and on the nose. Everything, as you guys know, in every video, my Airspun loose face powder, seriously one of my favorites. So I'm gonna take the same sponge, and as you guys can see, it's on there, and I just like to go in there. I really don't bake with it. I just, you know, take it on there, and then whatever's left over, I just go everywhere, like all over the face, because I like to use it on my under eyes, but then also all over the face. And a lot of people say they get flashback with this, but I have not noticed any flashback with this powder. I don't know. It could be like the foundation you use, but I really haven't gotten flashback when I use it. So I don't know. Alright, so now to bronze and contour the face. I have these two bronzers that I like to use. I like to go in with this Wet n Wild contour palette to like really, you know, get in those cheekbones. So I like to do that with a small brush. So I'm going to do that very quickly. And then after that, I like to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer just to really bronze up the whole face. And then for that, I like to take a more big brush just so I can, you know, really bronze up the whole face. Alright guys, so next for blush, I'm going to take this Milani Baked Blush. This one is in the shade Luminoso. I've had this for the longest time, and still to this day it is one of my favorites. And then moving on to highlight, you guys, this was one of like my hardest decisions to only choose one highlight from the drugstore, because I feel like the drugstore has really been stepping up their game with highlighters. So I just want to mention to you guys some of my favorites from the drugstore, which is this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This is in the shade Precious Petals. And then I have these two from Milani. One of them is in the shade Afterglow, and then this one is in the shade Day Glow. These three are seriously like up there. They are seriously one of my favorites from the drugstore. But for today's video, I mean, you guys have seen me use these Milani ones a lot. So I'm just gonna go in with the Wet n Wild highlighting powder just because I haven't used it in a while, but that's only because I've been using those Milani ones. Just look at that highlight, you guys. Oh my gosh. So pretty. So now to set my whole face, I'm going to go in with this Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is really good. I really like how it like just sets into your face, and it just makes your foundation and powders and just everything look very nice on the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this before we move on to the eyes. Oh, and not to mention, it smells amazing. Really like it. But once I do that, I like to go in with like my beauty blender just to like, you know, really set everything in there. I'm going to take my Maybelline Precise Skinny eyeliner. Alright, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to take this color that we used on the top of our eyes, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that into my lower lash line. Very quickly, I'm going to pop on some lashes. I have these ones right here. I don't remember what they're called. I feel like these are the Kiss lashes. I just don't remember what they are called because I didn't put them back in the package. Go into this Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to take this shimmery color over here, and I'm going to pop that into my inner corners, and I'm also going to be using it as a brow highlight. Lastly, for the lips, I'm going to take these Milani lipsticks. I think I'm just going to go in with this one. Actually, it's called Nude Nuance, and it just looks like this. But if I feel like adding the other one, I will. But for now, I'm just going to go in with this one. Alright, so I might just take this other Maybelline one and just pop it in the center of my lips just so it can lighten the color up a little bit because it is a little too dark. Alright guys, so here is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys did, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Leave me a comment down below letting me know what your guys favorites are from the drugstore so I can go ahead and try them out. These were some of the products that I reach out for when I'm doing like a drugstore makeup tutorial. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup look. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye. Affordable drugstore makeup look. These are the L'Oreal